Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. Today's show, we're tackling your sex and relationship questions. Topics include crying after an orgasm, what does it mean? Plus blowjob tip basics, where to start, and also how do you spice up your masturbation routine? Because hey, it's masturbation month. All this and more. Thanks for listening.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can do so many things there, especially subscribe to the podcast, check it out, follow us on social media. It's all at Sex with Emily across the board. And sign up for our newsletter, all that stuff. Oh, it's on. I'm here with Menace, first of all.
Hey,
That's
what's
the
going
most
on?
important thing. Hi, Menace.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fabulous. So good to see you. I just like you to be here and everyone
I
to know
love
that your
being
presence
here.
while I'm going through all the things that are very important for people to
Sweet.
stay truly connected to the Sex with Emily family.
Yeah.
Like Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter and all Sex with Emily. But I
Good.
answer all my Snapchats.
Oh, you
Like
do?
at night, like when I'm in bed,
Wow.
I'm like, hi, I know. Not all, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I delete dick pics. Don't even try. Although some guy was funny the other day. I can't remember who it was because you don't even know people's names, but he sent me a picture of Richard Nixon and said here's a dick pic.
Oh, sweet.
Clever.
I
How's
like
this for
that.
dick pic? I don't know. I laughed. No, you guys are awesome, though. Thank you so much. And welcome to all of our new listeners. Because I think, Menace, you were on a few weeks ago, but I don't know if I told you that we have this huge influx of new
I know.
listeners.
And I'm telling you,
And
like, people
followers
are
and subscribers, and it's
are just
amazing. So
getting
welcome. We love you.
more
Welcome
hip
to the
to
family.
podcasting.
That's the
You know,
thing.
it only took like 15 years, but
Right.
welcome. We are out here.
Welcome to the podcasting family. It's true that people are like 12 years ago. Like, how did you? Like, people are like, I
Yeah.
just found out about it yesterday because
Well, it
I was the
becomes-
first. This is the party. I was first to this party.
It becomes
somehow.
easier and easier, you know, with the pairing of the phones, the speakers, and all kinds of stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Let's just say
My
that.
Amazon Echo, I won't say her name because I don't want to activate anybody's right now, but that's been great. And just I've been able to stream more and more audio.
I haven't used that yet.
The Amazon Echo, you need to
Yeah.
get one.
Okay.
But if you say her name, because Amazon
her
Echo
name.
has a name,
Right.
it activates it. We do it all the time by accident on the radio.
You do, and
When
then everyone's
we're
like,
like
"God damn
sharing
it."
stories. They're like, you just activated my Echo.
Right.
So
okay,
I won't do that.
Okay. No, you're right. However people found us, we're happy.
It's
so
great.
you can email us. We take your calls, all that stuff. It's go to Ask Emily on the website. Click on the
Yeah.
tab, ask a question. So Menace,
Yes,
it's May.
it is.
And it's masturbation month. So I'd
Your
like to be the
favorite month
first
of
to
the year.
welcome you to and say, wish you a happy masturbation month.
I
I'm just
feel-
wondering how you're going to celebrate this year.
I'll masturbate every day just for you.
Cool.
But I feel like every other month is a blur, and then suddenly it's masturbation month again.
I think this might be like our
Yeah.
10th or 11th masturbation month that we've celebrated together.
Yeah.
Not like, well, we haven't done any mutual
Let
masturbation.
me ask you,
Yes.
in your early days of masturbation,
Yes.
what would you think about?
It's a really good question.
Yes.
And I would think
Feel
about.
free to share.
Thank you. You have to answer after.
Oh, no.
Honestly, that's a great question because my early years of masturbation were later
Mm-hmm.
than most people's because I did not start to masturbate until I was about 20 because it never occurred to me ever
Uh-huh. Yeah.
to touch my body. I didn't know there was anything to do around my
Mm-hmm.
body that would feel good. And so then I was really in my head and I didn't have any thoughts. I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. What's the problem? I can't have an orgasm. Like a lot of our listeners. And then I started thinking about guys that I was with, like usually really
Yeah.
real, pure, like guys
That's what
I
I was
liked
gonna
or that I
s-
kissed, that I crushes on.
I think
And
that.
about that.
Not the guys that I was.
The guys you were with, you
I'm
thought
just
about that.
saying.
I thought the guys-
Yeah, but just like partners and stuff like that. That's why I've never really got into porn because I don't feel it's real life. But I think like past experiences are much more real and able to pop that up quickly for masturbation.
Well, right. Well, what do you think about? What
Like I
did you
said-
think about then? Then was it like a girl you had a crush on?
Yeah, and stuff like that. Nothing like, just, stumble upon a video or a magazine or anything like that. It was just like actual, like, real life experiences.
Typically, they say like it was about. I think this was a study that just came out like what men to masturbate to or about, and it was like about things that have happened. It could just be like a hot woman they see on the street that they run into.
Yeah.
You guys are all the guys listening going, yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be an ex, because we tend to kind of put our exes on pedestals and we just think about like how great it was, or that. I don't know.
Well, you can pull the
flashes on
memories
this-
of,
pull the memories
you know,
in the spank
yeah.
bank. Hello, but I don't think that we have the spank bank. For me, it's like my spank bank is like Channel 9. Remember Channel 9 was all fuzzy when you were a kid? Like there was no channels. Did you ever have that like channel that didn't work? Channel
Yeah.
3. That's what it is. Like they're all mushed together. But I think for men, it's more specific, their masturbation thing. But I'm glad you're asking this question. You know why, Menace? You didn't
Why?
even know this, but since it is Masturbation Month, which is a huge month, that's the most important month. We are doing a contest because we love contests, and we also love giving you guys stuff that will help you have better sex and masturbate. So you can win a prize this month up until May 31st. This is what you guys can do. You can email me your favorite masturbation routine. I want to know what's your masturbation routine. Like, what do you do? Or maybe it could be your most creative one. You sit down or you lay down, you think about a memory, you flip on the porn. What toys do you play with? What do you do? And if you email us with that, we're going to be giving away special prizes, toys,
Sweet.
gifts, things like that, because it's big all month long. So you can find out all about the contest on our website, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all that stuff, which is fun. So, how do you feel about masturbation?
Nah, well, so we'll get to that, but what's going on in your life? What's happening? Where are you at?
I'm in a good place, Menace. I got to say, life has been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you have a place that you love to
I love my
live
place,
in.
and I'm even watching TV.
I know.
And we're watching
I'm
like the
excited
same
about
shows.
that.
I know you didn't think I'd be watching TV, but I am. I have like a yard, and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
sunny, and there's like people and
It's
neighbors.
all coming together.
It's all coming together. Yeah. I'm super happy.
That's
it's
good.
great. Yeah. I have everything like lined up and ready to go. Like all my toys I told you about, my
Mm-hmm.
TV, my backyard. It's almost like I don't even know who I am. Different person.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's really fun.
You're growing up before my eyes.
I know. It's right. So are you.
It's crazy.
I know. Like you're calling people young people, like millennial. Like
I
you're
know,
you're
right?
not that young person anymore. I
know.
It's cute, Menace. How are
I
you?
was just in our favorite place that that I always talk about. I was just
San
in
Francisco?
Las Vegas.
Oh.
Gonna be in San Francisco soon.
Okay.
Going to San Diego tomorrow. I was just in Las Vegas and I saw the Backstreet Boys show at
You did?
Planet Hollywood.
Where'd they get the
and it was
Backstreet Boys from?
awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it ruled. It was really good.
What are they doing? Really? Okay.
They're
in
doing all
Vegas.
their hits. Is what
That's
they're doing.
amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I was pretty wasted, but it was fun. It was really fun.
That does sound
So
fun.
I highly recommend it.
Okay,
Everybody goes there.
Definitely.
And they're all, so I got to like hang out with them for a little bit, and
Yeah.
they're all super nice.
Yeah?
They're really really cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you do like a show with them, or did you do? You just get to go
no,
backstage?
I just went backstage,
Like,
and
hey,
hung
what's
out
up?
with them, and said hi. But to see, I'm bringing this up for you, you fellas out there. If you,
Chicks?
yeah, I'm like, okay, this is guys. Why, if you go to Las Vegas and you're gonna go waste all your money at a strip club, right? You're there with your buddies. I'm telling you, go to a Backstreet Boys show
Because
there's
just
gonna be a
chicks
bunch
everywhere?
of women that just want to hook up like crazy. Like my girlfriend was
That
there
might
with
be the
me,
best advice
and
you've ever
these
given on the
women-
show.
These women are like trying to flirt with me like crazy because the guy to girl ratio is insane, right?
That's really smart.
Guys,
I
don't
like it,
waste your
Menace.
money at the strip club. Go to the Backstreet Boys
Right, that's not
show.
real. She's not in love with you, stripper. She doesn't really think that you're
I
gonna
know
be
it
her
sounds
boyfriend.
crazy, but I'm just telling you, give it a shot. You're gonna love it.
That's awesome. Menace, I was like, literally, I feel like we could end the show now. Because
I
I
know,
feel like
that's
guys
it.
are going to throw in their money and they're like, oh my God, the Backstreet Boys. Who would have known?
I know, right?
I almost want to go now just to see if you're right.
I am right, I'm
I know.
telling you.
I know you probably usually, you've been better lately.
oh,
All
I've
the
been
maturity
better.
and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the thing that I'm excited about though mostly though is because it's masturbation. Like this is for real. Lately,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been thinking about how we talk about like the themes on the show. Things come up like lately. We've seen like threesomes come
Yeah.
up and like they come back around. Like there's been so many things about threesomes or porn or anal sex. But I feel like the questions, masturbation can be very, very confusing when you're in a relationship because we hear from men and they're like, my partner doesn't want me to masturbate. They think it's wrong. She's jealous if I'm masturbating or I have to hide it. And I feel like there's a lot of women who are like, I don't understand why my partner watches porn or once they're in a relationship, they stop masturbating. There's all these things around masturbation that keep, I
Yeah.
think because it's more, I don't know, I think because of porn or maybe it's just more talked about now, people know what it is, that it's also confusing. So I love this month because I feel like all these weird myths and confusion and questions that people have around like why, like around their partners masturbating, but also so that's one part of it, the confusion. The other thing is that the reason why we celebrate it for a month, and if you are one of these people who are going like, I thought every day was masturbation month. Good. You know what? I thought every month was, It should be. Okay. So you're right. But the thing about it is that masturbation is actually good for you and healthy. And you have better sex when you masturbate. Like you, especially for women, being more in touch with your bodies and knowing what makes yourself feel good. You've heard me say this, but like for people who like don't even think you're like, I'm in a relationship, I don't really need it anymore. You do. It's actually
it builds stamina.
It builds stamina.
I can't.
And for women, if you're like for knowing your body, your erogenous zones, what makes you feel good. So that's why. So this month, tips, tricks, blog posts, podcast all about masturbation.
Cool.
That's why if this is news to you, because like it's not on like the national calendar, like on your iPhone, how it populates all the
I know, right? There's so many holidays I didn't even know about.
But you know what? I'm going to put that on the ballot. I think Masturbation Month should be recognized as a national holiday.
Call Tim Cook at Apple and say, look, dude, you gotta fix this calendar.
Don't you think? Because if we all masturbated more and had more orgasms, the world would be a happier place.
And do you know what? There's so many more crazy
like Coachella
tools for masturbation now than, just 10 years ago. I mean, the fleshlight has exploded,
I know, right? Yep.
Yeah.
The fleshlight, male masturbation sleeve, that's true. There's so many more toys. There's so many more ways. Mutual masturbation.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that for couples. Yeah,
There's
masturbate
going
with
to
your
have
partner.
freaking robots like within the next 5
Robots will
years.
masturbate you for you. We won't have to do anything. We will literally never leave the house.
I know.
Remember we used to joke about that years ago? You're like, you never have to leave the house. Like, people are not leaving the house now.
No.
Which is actually a problem.
They got Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, everything's on TV.
All the food delivery apps. I had a friend, she was like so into the delivery apps that for Lent she gave them up because that thing where she wasn't going out anywhere because everything would just come to the house.
Right.
Everything you need.
Okay, Menace. Well, we're leaving the house. You drove here. I'm glad that you are here. It's awesome. So let's get into some sex in the news.
All right.
Which is always a good time. Okay.
What's going on in the news?
There's some surprising things that you should consider avoiding after sex.
Really?
See, this is probably good for you. I picked this for you because I feel like, and for all listeners, I just feel like you might do some of these things.
Okay.
And you probably shouldn't do them.
All right.
Okay. Or you're probably annoyed as hell if a woman does this to you.
Okay.
Okay. Some of the things that you should not do after sex because, it's a great moment. You're connected. You've been wanting to have sex for a while. You've done the deed. It's all great. And you're like, God. And then you do these things. And it just can totally ruin the mood.
Talk.
Right. Well, here's the thing. It depends what you talk about. So getting up right away.
Getting up
not
right
a good
away?
thing to do.
Oh, no.
No. You're like probably grab your phone. You're like, and then you grab you're on Instagram. But seriously, getting up right away. You do have to get up and pee.
Yes.
You got to pee after sex because, get rid of the bacteria. You guys, it's so important. You can rinse off. But you really want to linger in bed as often as you can. Like as long as you can. Keep the energy, the closeness. I've got all this oxytocin and all those feel-good hormones flowing through your body. So just like get up and go start, doing crafts or hobby or something. You're not supposed to have a deep, meaningful conversation after sex.
Yeah.
It probably makes you happy. Not a great time. Because there is the refractory period after orgasm. Sometimes you can't even talk after sex. You're like, and I get it, like a lot of men just fall asleep after sex, which it really terribly upsets me. Like, I need to leave there. I need to leave. Like I at least need the closing talk. It doesn't have to be deep, but just don't. Guys who are like orgasm and then their snoring comes like it's like at one pitch. Like
they just go.
They orgasm into the snoring.
They go, yep, and then they go. To
then
sleep.
they're so bad. But you also don't want to get into deep, meaningful conversations. It can be hard. You're all disoriented. Don't comment on your partner's body. So I see like negative things, like
It's
so
just
you've
common
been having
sense.
those donuts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? People are stupid because but people really. I think they don't realize that little comments like, oh, you have like this, anything from body hair to weight. There's a lot of comments people make about bodies that can be like critical or they can affect your self-esteem and you don't realize it. And people carry this stuff around forever. Like someone one time says like, oh, did you know your left boob's bigger than your right boob? Which by the way, every woman's boobs are two different sizes. Did you know that?
I did know that.
And some women's are more pronounced, but we will never forget it. We'll be like, every guy's looking at my left boob bigger than my right boob or whatever. Guys can be like, oh, she noticed that I have this hairy mole on my back. Don't make those comments after sex. Don't reminisce about sex you've had with other people. But you should never do that. Who are these people?
Is this the duh list?
Yeah, this is the duh list, exactly. Texting your friends about it after the hookup, unless, no, don't do that. Turning on the TV. I'm just reminding people.
Love the TV.
TV in the bedroom, not a good idea. Mm-hmm. Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Of course.
In the bed, you have to.
I have 3 TVs.
In the bedroom?
In each room and in the living room.
Well, you only have like a 1-bedroom, right?
I have a 2-bedroom.
And you have 3 TVs.
Yes, of course.
One in the bathroom? Where?
I would love to have one in the bathroom, but you can't do it.
I love
Too
hotel
much
rooms
moisture.
when they have it in the bathroom. Even though I don't watch TV, but when you're in a hotel and they have like the bathtub and the TVs, have you been
TV in the mirror. Yeah,
In
they
the
have that
mirror.
at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. They
so
have a TV
nice.
in the mirror.
I love this. Hinting that it wasn't the best sex you've ever had. Now, okay, this is obvious, but talking about what does and doesn't work for you, great for communication, but you don't want to talk about it in the bedroom. You don't want to like recap your sex, like, oh, well, next time could you try to like sit on my
Yeah.
face longer? Like, you really, just anything. Like, you don't need, talking about sex is very important, but right after the act, right before the act, not a good time. Ironically, not in the bedroom. So those are some things.
That's funny.
That's-
So on the topic of masturbation,
Yes.
kind of like
Oh,
this
please.
list.
We got all month.
There was a survey, and we talked about it on the Woody Show. And it was kind of like a would you rather list, and they surveyed a bunch of people. And this is the only question I can remember. And I probably already know what your answer is. But a high percentage didn't go with the answer that I know that you're going to give. And the question was, would you rather give up self-pleasuring to be able to eat your favorite item as much as you want for the rest of your life?
Hell no. You can't. It's like you'll die without it.
And then a lot of people...
Literally. You need to masturbate. It's
like
healthy.
pizza or something like that. You would have to either give up pizza or give up masturbation.
Never. I wouldn't give
Never.
up anything for
Your
masturbation.
favorite-
I need masturbation. We all need masturbation.
Nothing
No.
in your life. You
Let me think. Well, I can't imagine because to
Yeah.
me, being healthy, it's like saying, will you give up water?
Yeah.
You give up breathing. You give up masturbation.
let's say
I think
okay.
we require.
I know
Can you still have
exactly. I
sex?
already knew what
Can
you're.
you still
Yeah,
have
you can totally
intercourse?
have sex.
You just can't touch yourself.
But let's say like people
Okay.
they
Tell
people
me.
love their favorite food item. They can't have it for the rest of their life because then they would you'd be able to masturbate. But you can have that food item, but you wouldn't be able to masturbate ever again. What's your choice? And I know what your choice
Right,
is.
you know my choice,
But
but
for the day-to-day person, it might be a tough decision. And the large majority pick the food item over masturbation.
who are these people?
I don't
Did you tell
know.
them that was wrong because masturbation is an important part of of being sexually healthy?
Well,
And
I picked the food item.
What's your favorite? I had a guy recently on a date say,
Yeah.
so what's your favorite food? And I find that such an odd question.
Why?
I don't know. I don't have one favorite food. Like when? Like
Well, that's
no,
usually
the
usually
morning,
set up
like,
because they want to take you somewhere.
No. It was
Yeah.
it was on the date.
Oh, okay.
Like he said, so what's your favorite food? Like we were already out. I think he was trying to make conversation.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad question. It's just like, I don't know. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad question. I just wouldn't know how to answer that. So when you're talking about a quiz or the survey, what are the food items? They're
Well,
just
it's
saying
just
in
your
general.
favorite, yeah.
What's your favorite? Do
My
you have one
favorite?
food item? Like I feel like everything gets boring.
I
after
would
a while.
probably pick pizza. Would be
You
one
would.
Of my
I would have
favorites.
picked pizza
Yeah.
for you too.
Pizza's delicious, and I want to give up pizza. I want to be able to have it for the rest of my life for masturbation because I go, well, I can at least still have sex, right?
Right?
So that takes care of that situation. So then I can have both.
Yeah. That's.
You know?
I understand your reasoning, but I think that yeah, I need it. I need to masturbate.
I'm
We
just
all
gonna
need
have to get.
I get it.
I would just have to get laid more.
Are you getting
versus-
laid enough right now?
I am, but I'm just saying if
Are you
I had to
sure?
give up,
I get it. You could still have orgasms with masturbation. So did men and women answer this question?
Yes.
And I bet you the women were like, I'll take my favorite food item.
Yeah.
Because women aren't as attached to their masturbation as
Yeah.
men. I want women to get really attached to masturbation this
But I
month.
knew since I've known you
You know
forever.
me. I love masturbation. That was one of our first shows together. Our
So
infamous
I
shows.
would. It'd be funny to see what the people that listen to the show, if they were put in that situation,
Okay,
what their
what would you
answer
do?
would be.
Tweet me at Sex
Yeah.
with Emily and Menace at Menace. Are you at Menace?
Tell us.
Is that
At
what you
Menace,
are on Twitter?
yeah. MENACE.
Do you still do the Twitter?
I do the Twitter. I do the Instagram. I do all that.
It's all at Menace. I'll never forget when you called me like in 2008. And I was happy that you still like me after we were doing the shows. I remember because we were working on that station and
Yeah.
then we weren't. You're like, Emily, I got to talk to you. Call me. I'm like, yeah. You're like, Twitter. It's amazing. You got to go. You got to get on Twitter. And you like taught me. Like, I was like, oh, I'll never. And then everything since then, probably.
Everything.
Yeah,
so
it's
follow
amazing.
Emily. Oh, last time we talked, we're trying to build your Instagram. So at Sex with Emily, did we
Right.
like
We
look
still-
up like some sexy photo of you on a bed? How'd that
Yeah.
do? Let me see.
I can't. I don't know.
We told
Look,
people to
I've
comment
been
on
busy. I got to look.
it. All right. Your photos have been great lately.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah, they've been.
Did you see my god dog?
Huh?
My god dog with pictures of my god dog.
Oh
Very
yeah.
cute.
Oh okay. Oh, I remember the photo. So, it's at Sex with Emily on Instagram, and it's the one I said if you're a foot fetish person because it shows
Right.
your feet and you're laying on a bed on a computer.
Right.
So I asked people to comment.
Did they comment? Maybe they couldn't
Yes.
find it. It was spread out. Let's see.
Yeah, they're here. And you're wearing like glasses and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah,
That's my new bed.
Look for Emily. We're building that audience right
Yeah,
there.
I like it. And we give away stuff on there. I do the Instagram stories, which are fun. So let's get into the emails and calls.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So everyone, I love when you ask me questions. I love how you do it. I love it. Go to my website, sexemily.com, click on the Ask Emily tab, fill it out, send a question. And you can also leave voicemail. You can be called. We're taking your calls, answer emails, and your name, your age, how you listen, where you live, how you masturbate. If you want to win some toys this month, just saying, if you want to, we want to know your masturbation routine. Okay, we've got Jessica. She's 24 from Philadelphia, and she wants to know why she's recently started to cry after she orgasms. So let's talk to Jessica. Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm here with Menace today.
Hey, what's up, Jessica?
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
Good. How are you?
I'm excited to talk to you.
Yeah,
Because
he hasn't been here for call show yet.
You guys.
I have so many questions about Philadelphia that are non-sexual, but let's take care of your sexual problem first.
Yeah, tell me what's going on. Break this down for me.
Yeah, so my boyfriend and I have been dating for like 3 years, and we're in different cities now. We don't get to see each other that much, but he was visiting me a couple months ago, and we were having sex, and everything was great. We actually both had orgasms around the same time, which was awesome because that doesn't usually happen.
Never happens.
And
very rarely.
Yeah. And right afterwards, I sat up and I just started welling up with tears. It was the weirdest thing. I wasn't necessarily feeling super sad or happy or anything. I was just feeling really overwhelmed, and it never happened to me before. So I was just wondering if you've ever heard of something
yes,
like that.
absolutely. I'm so glad that you asked this question because it's really, really common for women to cry. I've done it. It's happened to a lot of women. They call it postcoital dysphoria. So there's nothing that's like the name for it. That's like the clinical term for it, but there's nothing to worry about. And typically it comes just because like our emotions, our hormones are racing, and there's like a whole they flood your body during sex, like when you're having intercourse, right? So we have really tense emotions. So it's not that you're necessarily happy or sad. It's just kind of like, it's such a release. We don't realize it, how much it takes to have an orgasm. Like our bodies, the buildup. Maybe you missed your boyfriend because you haven't seen him.
Yeah, I was going to ask about
intimacy and closeness.
The separation. Has that been bothering you at all?
It's been, we were long distance for an entire year, and then we lived closer to one another, and now we're split up again. So we don't get to see each other that much. So I was wondering maybe that had something to do with it. I was just kind of overwhelmed. really happy, but kind of
Do you think about it when you're not having sex?
Intimate again.
What did
you say?
Do you think about it while you're not having sex, about how you miss seeing each other as often?
Yeah, I'm also in law school, so I'm really stressed with that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
I think just all the emotions of finally having him back here and kind of being, maybe it was just like a stress release and kind of
absolutely
just an overwhelmed feeling of emotion from that too.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure you've had a lot bottled up. You haven't seen him in a while, and also it's very common. In fact, I found a study: 230 female college students revealed that half of them, 46%, have cried during or after orgasm. So it's common. It's happened to me.
Oh wow!
I actually like when it happens because I'm not a big crier. But if I cry, it's not because I'm sad. It just feels like, oh my God, it's intense. It's a release. It could be because of all these things being bottled up, but there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a common thing, and
That's
sometimes men cry too. They don't. You're right. They really don't talk about it. That's why I'm glad you asked, because I was like, oh yeah, that's happened to me. And most women, I've heard from, or friends I've talked to, it's happened to them. So I think it just, you're good.
Yeah. Are you from Philadelphia, or are you just going to
ask
school?
about the food there.
Yeah.
No, I'm from another part of the state, but I go to school here, so it's awesome. It's a cool city.
Now, is it Geno's or Pat's?
I don't think that either of them are that good. I think
it's hurting my heart. No, it's Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak, of course. What am I thinking?
I'm just saying right now, Pat's all day. That's all I got to say about that.
Pat's, all right.
Pat's
I'll go
all
back
day.
And try it again.
Also, Philadelphia has a beautiful Ruth Chris. I'm just highly recommended.
Ruth Chris, because you can't do that anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Very nice people at that Ruth
Get
Chris.
Steak.
I visited.
Menace cried when you got the steak there.
There was tears in my eyes. The bread was awesome. Everyone was really cool. But yeah, at least you're in a cool city.
You're in a cool city. Sounds like you're dating a great guy. You're in law school. Congratulations. I think it's all going well. It's just, it is a release of emotions, and you probably should, find other ways to release stress as well. Especially in law school. It's so intense.
I need that. Yeah.
So you're all good. Thanks for calling, Jessica. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Have
Bye.
a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye. Have you ever been with a chick and she cried after sex?
trying to think. Probably.
You're usually passed out by that time.
I'm usually passed out.
She has an
but
orgasm, you're sleeping.
Most likely she cried that she even had sex with me.
Exactly. She's like, "Ah!"
So
She
probably
freaks out.
like 90% of them
Right,
cried. I
right.
just, didn't pay attention.
Beating
'cause
yourself
I'm
up.
so gassed out after. I'm just like,
Right. You're
Passed
like, whatever.
out,
I'm
you
glad
know?
it happened. Right. No, I have. I certainly have many times, I'd say, over the years, as long as I've been having sex. Often.
That's
I'd say
fun.
it is fun. Like I feel, and again, it feels to me because I'm not a big crier. I do experience a lot of anxiety. I feel like when I do, it's like this real like release. Totally healthy. So if your partner cries, totally fine. Just hand them a
Don't
tissue.
worry about it.
Call it a day. Okay, Menace. It's a
Yes.
good one. We've got Kim.
All right.
She's 19 from Virginia, and she wants to know how to give a blowjob that will leave her fiance wanting more.
okay.
I love blowjob questions.
Sweet.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here with Menace.
Hello. Hi.
And we are all about helping you give a better blowjob. Tell me what's going on. How do you know that your blowjob right now is not even
Hold
already
on.
rocking?
Can I ask a question? I want to see.
Please, Menace.
All right.
Go ahead.
You're 19. You have a fiance. You live in Virginia. Is your fiance in the military?
He's not.
Ah, damn it. I thought I was going to get that one right.
Right.
All right. Sorry.
How long have you guys been together?
For about a year and a half right now.
Okay.
So the situation is that he's the first person I've ever been with intimately, but he's had partners before me. He's a little bit older than me.
Okay.
So there's already that difference of experience there.
Right.
But I definitely have a real desire. Like, I really want to please him and make him feel good, and he's really good at doing that for me. But whenever we're being intimate and I'm giving him head or anything
Right.
like that, he stops it at some point and will usually ask me to just use my hands. So I get the impression that it's not enjoyable for him some way.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure.
Have you
why
asked
or
him?
what it is? I do have a small mouth.
Have you asked him? Have you asked him? Because a lot of times we make assumptions like maybe he doesn't like blowjobs, which I know that's rare. But has he said to you like, or have you asked him, said for feedback?
Not really. Not about that. We've talked
Okay.
about other things, but I haven't asked him directly about that. I
Maybe-
suppose I don't want to come across insecure, even though.
Right. No, I get it.
it's
And he knows
obvious
you.
that-
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm gonna hit you with a lot of tips right now, but I just wanted to find out exactly.
Can
So
I ask
we
one
make
another question?
assumptions sometimes. Go ahead. Yes.
I know I bombed on the is he in the military question, but here's
Yeah.
another
What
one.
else are you gonna bomb on?
How much pressure are you applying? Because if he wants the hands, that means there's more pressure.
Pressure with the hands. Yeah.
But with your mouth, how much pressure are you applying? Is it kind of just like hovering in
Well,
there?
I'm
Or are you?
definitely stuck, like using suction.
You have to
I'm not
suck.
just, like,
It's suction. It's your hand. So here's the thing. It's so much of it is about, well, number one, it's about enthusiasm. Okay. So I get that you're probably nervous right now and you're probably in your brain and your head going, oh my God, am I doing it right? Is this right? But it's really how you how into it you are. So like you're licking it like it's like the most delicious ice cream cone you've ever had. And it's like 95 degrees out and you do not want a drop. You don't want to miss a drop, right? Like if it drops on the sidewalk, you're like, oh my God, I want that. Like you're like after it and you want it, right? And just how you look doing it, like how being into it. So that's one thing. So I get that also again. So once we help you with some of these tips, it may help you be a little more enthusiastic. So once you get that down, the pressure is important. And remember that your mouth is small, but that's fine because a lot of a blowjob actually has to do with using your hands. And you can actually use your mouth at the tip to like lick around the tip and use your hand like going up and down with your mouth. Like keep your hand there and have your mouth. You can either leave your mouth on the tip and you have your hand just going up and down. Make sure you use lube too. Do you have any lubricant?
Yes.
Lube is awesome.
Yes, I wasn't sure to use lube.
Wetter is better. You could also put some lube on your lips. Like I love Joe. Joe we sell these lubes on our website. It's Joe Lubes and they have like strawberry and like chocolate caramel. Taste amazing. You put like a little bit around your lips and then you just go down and then his penis tastes like a half-fudge sundae and then your lips are super moist. I don't think I've ever said that not on purpose on the show.
Yeah.
It's wet, slippery, and you're moving up and down, and so that would be one way. First of all, it'd feel amazing to him, and you know that you're wet enough. But the pressure is so if you're worried about that, you could either just use your hand with your mouth at the top or have your lips follow up and down with your hand. You know what I'm saying? So like you're constantly applying pressure. But
Don't you have a lot of the stuff on sexwithemily.com?
There is a lot of this stuff at sexwithemily.com. If you Google, we've got a podcast called Steak, Blowjobs, and Anal Exploration.
Oh, wow.
It's from March. And then we got
But
another
also,
one.
I'm sure you
So
have
many blowjob tips.
articles
Play
and
with
then
his balls.
links to
Yeah, that's true. But
things like that.
That's true.
No, I'm just saying as
You're
a
right. We
reference
do.
after
It's
she
a
gets
great
off the
reference
phone.
point.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great articles on this. The other thing is, don't forget his balls. He might like his balls played with light pressure. We actually have a new blog post about the balls. And then also, I would say just start with the basics. I'm not going to give you so much right now because you're starting out, but if you practice and you just remember keeping it wet, the pressure and being into it, you're going to do fine.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much
You're
for your
so
thank
welcome.
you.
You got
definitely
this.
going to check out that.
Okay,
Shout
cool.
out to Virginia.
You got this, honey. I swear.
Okay,
It
thank
takes
you.
practice. Bye. Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is cool, right? Because I think that a lot of girls, right? They're like,
Yeah.
I just want to give. That's all they want to know. How do I give a blowjob? And if you haven't given one before, how are you going to know?
Yeah. And again, if you want us to call, go to sexwithemily.com and click on Ask Emily. All the contact information is there.
Okay, ready, Menace? First email.
All right.
Hi, Emily. Quick question for you. What do you think of males who wear thong underwear daily? I'm a male who absolutely loves wearing thong underwear. They give you the best support, in my opinion. Thankfully, my wife enjoys me in them. Just want to know what your thoughts are on the subject. Thank you, Hector B., 28, California.
All right.
You do you, man. I don't know. I've not seen a man in a thong personally, like in my own vision, been with a guy. But your wife's into it. You feel great in it.
Yeah.
There should be
I mean,
absolutely
if your
zero
partner's
question right
into
now.
it, you
If your
love it.
partner's into it and you love it, I think that's awesome. I think that's
Yeah.
hot. A man who feels sexy in whatever he's doing is hot. Remember, confidence
Yeah.
is the sexiest thing you can wear. And you're rocking the thongs.
Do you
I got
know-
no problem.
Not to pimp out sponsors or anything like that, but I
But-
actually have on the Woody Show have an underwear sponsor, and they're freaking amazing. They're called MeUndies.
Yep.
Have you heard of MeUndies?
Yeah, they used to be a sponsor of mine. So
Oh no.
it's okay.
Well, they came on over to me,
Yeah,
and I
whatever.
absolutely love them. They're super
They are.
soft. They rule. So if you want a discount, MeUndies.com/Woody Show. But no, they're made by Micromodal.
like
Dude,
Modal.
they go like deep in the jungle and find this
I know.
material.
I
It
remember
feels
the whole thing. I have
so
two
good.
pairs. Yeah,
I'll
they're
talk
awesome.
to them. I'll say that you're a
Tell
friend
them to
of
come
mine.
back. I
and tell them to come back.
I love them. They sent me t-shirts, underwear. The MeUndies are good,
It's
and they're
so
cotton
soft.
and they breathe.
Yeah.
because that's why a lot of women. Here's a note for a lot of women and men. You can, if you ever get like bacterial infections, you find
Yeah.
yourself getting like even bumps. Like after the gym, you get bumps like,
Yeah.
on your butt. All this stuff is because you're not wearing like breathable cotton
Yeah.
underwear, which is important. So
It's amazing.
and thongs. Do they make thongs at MeUndies? I want to send
They
Hector.
do.
Send Hector.
I don't know if
some
I don't know
thongs.
if they have male thongs though.
Right.
I don't know. Go to
I
the
don't know. They
website.
should. Okay.
MeUndies.com/Woody Show.
So you're cool, Hector. We love it. We love you. Okay, hey Emily, I've listened to your show for a while. I know that one of your main tips for women who haven't experienced an orgasm is to masturbate so they know what they like. I've only slept with a handful of people, but every time I haven't had an orgasm. Even with oral sex, I find it difficult to come. I'm trying to practice more by myself so I have a better idea on how to instruct my partner, but I don't know where to start. Any tip for any masturbation moves I could do on my own or anything else that will help? Thanks, Marie, age 21 from Canada. See? Every day there's someone who's just learning to masturbate.
I know,
Every day.
right?
It's amazing. Yeah, because I get it, Marie. If you sit down just like trying to have an orgasm, you're like, what's happening? If your brain isn't on board with what's going on sexually, like for example, Menace asked me earlier, what did I think about when I started to masturbate? I was a year younger than you are, Marie. I was 20. And I was like, this does not feel good. Like it just to touch yourself, you know, it feels good when someone else scratch your back, but when you scratch your back, it doesn't feel as good. It's kind of like that with masturbation, unless you start you have to set the mood. You have to like make sure that you turn off your cell phone, like turn on your favorite, your music, light some candles. This might sound silly, but you want to seduce yourself. It's almost like setting that scene where you've got just no one's going to come in the room. You're locking the door and you feel like safe and you feel comfortable. And I would say start to like read erotica, watch porn, think about a sexy moment, like the last time you were with your boyfriend, or think about things that you'd like to happen. And then when you're starting to masturbate, you got to use lube.
Yeah.
I think I'm really like that. My dream, just a side note of a lube and every nightstand, is actually going to come to fruition. Like I feel like almost every email we get are callers like, I bought the lube, I got the lube. And it's because it's true. Like you need it for every sexual act. Masturbation, when you're alone, anal sex, oral sex. It's like, what
All
the
that.
hell? Yeah. So anyway, use some lube and just start out by not having an end goal in mind, Marie, because it might take you a while it might take you several times. It might take you a few months to have an orgasm, but don't think about this as like, I need to have an orgasm and then I'm out. Think about it as like exploratory. So like touching your nipples, like rubbing your hands over your body and just finding out what makes you feel good. The clitoris is where all the magic happens. It's true, or a lot of the magic, 8,000 nerve endings, but you don't want to go right for that. So it's like you tease your inner thighs and you play with it. There's like clitoral legs that extend into your labia. So I would just get familiar with your body. You could buy sex toys. That always helps too. A great starter vibe, I would say, is anything from WeVibe. I love the WeVibe Touch, the new WeVibe Wish.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Wish yet.
I've heard about it.
It's amazing. I look at me, I'm like, it's so beautiful.
You're like tearing up.
I just love it. It's a great vibe for, I think it's a good beginner vibe too, because you can you can tease yourself with it, and it's a great handheld vibe. And it actually is, it's meant to work with your external clitoral nerves and your internal clitoral nerves. Who knew, right? All these clitoral nerve endings. So I would say, Marie, just do that. We've got tons of stuff on the website about masturbation. We'll continue to be posting things all month, but there's great tips on the website. There's one called On a Masturbation Mission. You can Google that on the website and check out that blog. I do think that you're right that, Marie, even though your partner's doing oral and doing all that stuff, that you got to figure it out on your own. So you're right. Just keep going. Stick with it. Everything that's worth having takes a little bit of work, a little bit of time. Hi, Emily. I've been with my girlfriend. She's also 24 for a year and a little bit. For the first 10 months, we had sex every day. And since then, since about January, we haven't had sex at all. We had a conversation in January about it where she told me that she loves me. She wants to be with me. She wants to marry me one day. But she had to tell me that she never actually wanted to have sex. Not with me and not with anyone she was with before me. She believes she's asexual. She told me that she's been having sex with me because she thought that's what she was supposed to do, or that she'd lose me if we didn't. I feel devastated because I would never ever want to have sex with someone who didn't want to have sex with me. Number 2, because I never had any idea about any of this. And 3, what would this mean going forward? I love this girl. I care about her. She's taught me so much. So my first question is, if I'm in love with who I think she is and the otherwise perfect girl for me, do I stay or do I walk away because of lack of sex? I've been trying to answer this question since January. I've talked to friends. I don't know what to do. Do you have any thoughts? I love your show. I love you guys. Peter, age 24, from New York.
That is
wow.
Situation I had never even heard.
Yeah, asexual.
Before.
It's a real thing. Like so we've got
Morrissey claims to be asexual.
Yeah, no, it's true. Some people truly are asexual, meaning they don't, they really don't have sexual desire for anyone, for a member of the opposite sex or same sex or anyone at all. Transgender, doesn't matter. They're not interested in having sex. But I'm not sure that this is what's happening. Okay, Peter, she's 24 and I'm just not sure there just could be a lot of other things. Has she talked to a doctor? It could be like a hormonal imbalance. She could be really stressed. I mean, a lot of times when we're really stressed or we're anxious about life, as we might be in our 20s, you just shut down. Like, you're just not in touch. Like, I think I never masturbated because I had a stressful childhood. I think I wasn't I was shut off from my body.
Yeah.
I didn't think to. So I feel like if your brain, again, if she's got a lot going on, that's probably why she's saying that. She could be, who knows though? It could be a whole host of things. But you asked me the question, Peter, and she sounds amazing, but you're 24 years old. Sex is a really important part of a relationship. And I don't think that, that this is the person that you need to be with if sex is a really big priority to you, as it is to many people, to kind of crack this code with her and figure out, is she not?
Yeah.
I feel like when you're ready, you probably have to part ways, because it seems like she's going through some stuff right now.
I know.
You can't just be with someone.
It seems like a tough road to go through.
It is a tough road. And I feel like especially when you start seeing somebody, you guys, I want everyone to look at this, okay? If you're dating someone and there's some major problems in the first 6 months to a year, probably not the right relationship to be in right now. You shouldn't be having major sex problems or major fighting or dealing with family issues. It's supposed to, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, okay? But it's got to be pretty good. The things that you both drive on, at least you both like to have sex. So you're saying the first 9 months she did like it. So I get that. But I'm saying this has been major. Having sexual differences. And this is one that I don't think you're going to solve. And you're young, you're 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
It'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay.
You're good.
We're good. Okay. That's what we got time for, Menace.
I know. So much fun to hang out with you.
I know. Right? Dude?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a party.
I love the calls, the emails, all that kind of stuff that's going on.
I know. I love
days.
it too. It's great. I feel like I'm seeing you more often. It's amazing. Happy Masturbation Month.
Happy Masturbation Month.
Next time I see you, you're going to have to report back to me how it's progressing.
Right.
I'm going to make you bring something for your girlfriend home.
All right.
From me. I will wrap it. It's not even for you. I think it's time. And also, you guys, don't cringe at this. Remember, Mother's Day is coming up, so you could be like a new mom, grandmother. Don't forget the wonderful moms, all the moms in your life. Hey, moms have sex too. They might want to spice things up. They might want to have some lube. My mom, she's going to kill me, but she did just email me to send her some lube. She's in her 70s. So, hey. Sorry, Mom.
All right.
Sex toys, whatever. We've got a website, sexwithemily.com. We also have an amazing box. Remember, you always said we should do a box? It's an unbound box on our website. It's a mutual masturbation box. And it is epic, you guys. Check out Instagram because I'll be showing you what's in this box. It's my box. My box.
No way.
I'm giving you guys gifts and treats and fun things like that. So check it out. Happy Masturbation Month. Thank you, Menace. I love you. And thanks, everyone, for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.